Lego Ninjago walkthrough, part 2 for chapter 11. Actually, this is part 1 for chapter 11. But anyway, part 2 for the level Lost City of Generals. So this video is basically just the entire boss of this level, and it's the first time we fought a boss in a couple of levels, so that's finally good. And it's kind of a multiple set of bosses, and I think this level in particular demonstrates how badly the audio is balanced in this game, because no matter how much I changed my settings, like I have my voices set to 100, I have music set down a little bit so I can hear the voices, I have sound effects even down a little bit, and yet sound effects are still way louder than the voices. I don't know, the sound balancing in this game was just really badly done, and this particular level really exaggerates that, because I feel like there should be a lot of music coming from that giant wall of speakers. And yet, you can't hear anything, at least I couldn't. And I've checked stuff, like I checked, am I in stereo? Yes, I am playing this game in stereo mode, I'm not playing it in 5 or 7.1, you know, so my sound's going to my speakers, it's just really hard to hear for some reason. Anyway, Garmadon is finally out of his cage if you haven't noticed, and he also gets the Warlord Destruction ability, so there's some bricks that only Warlords can defeat or other strong enemies, or people. So you can destroy those bricks. Also, don't be like me and step on those red platforms. The red platforms will tell you where those fireballs are going to come slam down on the ground here. So just jump out of their way. They're going to kill you in one hit if they hit you. Not that dying in this game really means anything anyway. And they do drop a couple of studs you can collect. So when this jumps down here, we're going to, I think, in the last cutscene we learned that, okay, yeah, it wasn't the last cutscene. We learned, sorry, I've been narrating for like 3 hours straight today, so anyway, in the last cutscene that I, of course, cut out, we learned that Lloyd, the green ninja, now gets his green spinjitzu, which has the longest spinjitzu tutorial scroll ever, and he can build objects kind of like a master builder from the previous Lego game. So I kind of wonder if they ever make another Lego movie, which I'm sure they will, they'll probably include Lloyd, and I guess he'll be a master builder, so that's kind of cool. But that's his inner ability, his fancy spinjitzu. No, he cannot firebend or waterbend, he can put a bunch of plastic pieces together. So you'll want to put these plastic pieces together in this arrangement. It does this automatically, obviously, but you just target them, target all 3 of them, build them, and then you want to switch on over to the Warlord so you can actually activate this part, because the Warlord also has the ability to pull on, he probably doesn't have to do this one, maybe he does, but he has the ability to pull on things that have really heavy pull forces, I guess, so you'll need him for a few of those. You probably needed him for that. And then you can switch to Cole so you can turn on the speakers and send away that wall of noiseless speakers. And then we get to fight the real boss, which is the Mecha Crab, who is back with revenge, because if you remember, we defeated him a while ago back on the beach. So this is the last time we will get to see him, thankfully, and as usual, he has 3 health bars, so at first he's going to send 8 enemies at us. Now what's kind of cool about this is that red square that shows up is where he's going to jump. So if you stay there, the enemies should swarm around you, and then he's going to jump on those red squares and kill all the enemies. It will kill you too, but that's okay, because all the enemies will be dead, and your respawning takes shorter time than it would have for you to defeat all 8 enemies. So that doesn't work all the time, but it does work a lot, and it does wipe out a lot of the enemies that you have to kill. Well, after you defeat those 8 enemies, he's going to send those shockwaves after you. After 3 of them, you'll need to switch to you'll need to switch to J so you can actually zap it. And you're going to need to use J twice for him, and then I believe Cole for the final health bar. So, very straightforward boss. He's really going to repeat that pattern. He's going to send 8 more enemies after you here. He's going to jump on you again, and you can try to avoid it if you want, or just try to get as many of them over to you as possible. If that little shockwave hits either you or an enemy, they'll all die. He'll also move his arm in a pattern like we just saw there that will basically, if you see red squares, just run away. Okay, that's really the moral of this boss. So that got me because I wasn't really expecting that, but that's going to be his second kind of move. He's going to do that once or twice. And then you're going to switch on over to J again to zap that part of him, which will reduce his second health bar to 0. Follow that formula for the 3rd health bar, except you're going to switch to Cole instead of J, and then that'll be it for this level.
Get your spinjitzu on, Lloyd!